President Cyril Ramaphosa is today expected to hand over the Welisizwe rural bridges in KwaMhlanga in Mpumalanga. In fact, these bridges are seen as a key infrastructure investment, at least in community infrastructure, hoping to give people dignity and access to opportunities such as education and work. Watching developments is SABC News reporter Tumelo Machogo, who joins us now live. And Tumelo, how far is this bridge expected to go in assisting the community there? In other words, how place the difference is likely to make for the community of KwaMhlanga?
Well, indeed, because this community that lives around this community say that whenever it rains, they were cut off from going to school, going to church, and also accessing shops and other amenities like clinics and hospitals. So this bridge is going to be helping them to be able to access those amenities, but also saying that, they have been living in this area. So sometimes, especially, now that is like a rainy season, they are stranded whenever they have to live. But also this bridge is only not going to help them to access these services, but also bring some dignity to their lives, because you remember, we've seen pictures where school children have to be put in drums to cross rivers to go to schools. So this is one of the initiative that came by the president to say that they don't want communities to actually struggle, especially rural communities, because these are especially are targeted for rural communities. They are saying that they will be building more bridges, over 200 bridges across the country to access to these communities. But let's speak to the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Dean McPherson. Just talk to us about this bridge and how much money has been invested here. We understand you're working with the SNDF to also build these bridges.
Well, as you said in your intro, this is really a story of restoration of dignity and connecting communities to that dignity through accessing services, by kids being able to walk to school in a safe way, by pensioners being able to collect their grants and pensions. So this was really a celebration of that restoration. And we can't put a price on that, but there is of course a price. This bridge costs around 8 million rand, but it involves the community, from people working on the bridge to materials to businesses. So it is a really, what I would call a feel-good story of how we can work together and how the government can restore that dignity and connect communities. So we're grateful that the President's coming here. He's going to open this bridge and the 3 others as well. And then we're going to go to the Solomon Mahlangu Stadium to address the community and update them on the work that we're doing.
And also just talk to me about, obviously this is not only the first bridge that has been built, this is the second phase of this project that has been conducted here. Talk to us about how many bridges have been built so far and the target that you want to build, and then when can all of these bridges be expected to be finished?
So the target over the 3 years is 288 bridges, 96 bridges per year. And we are slightly behind target, I must admit that, but we are working really hard to catch up. We've built 57 so far. We've got 65 under construction at the moment. Actually last night I had a discussion with Infrastructure South Africa. I'm going to rope them now into this program so we can speed up delivery and we can make sure that we deliver these on time and on budget. And hopefully this is just the first phase of this. I think that we can do many, many more of these bridges across the country. We've obviously got to have a discussion with our friends in the National Treasury and see if we can get some more money out of them. But I think that this is what we would say is money well spent in rural communities like this, and that turning South Africa into a construction site is not just about urban areas. It also relates to rural areas, and that's what we're seeing here today.
And also the longevity of these bridges, like people who want to know how long these bridges will last for the communities that live here.
Well, they obviously are going to last. They have a lifespan of around 25 years. But we are really calling on our communities to work with us to own their infrastructure, protect it, and make sure that we get the maximum out of it. We don't want to see vandalizing. We don't want to see destruction. We want to see a proud ownership in our communities. And that's why we've involved them from the beginning, so that they actually look after these assets and that they treat them as their own, so they can get a lot more value out of them.
Minister, also let's just talk about road infrastructure in the country is terrible, and now that people are going to December holidays, they'll be traveling a lot. Will the roads that have potholes and be filled before people can start being on the road to travel to the different destinations? And also, what are you doing as the department to ensure that we address the backlog of roads infrastructure in the country?
Well, that doesn't fall under me. It falls under the Provincial Department of Transport and the National Department of Transport. But absolutely, we've got to have functional roadways and highways to A, get people safely to wherever they are going, but B, to ensure that goods and services can be transported around the country in the most efficient and cost-effective manner. Now, having roads that have full of potholes, where there are more potholes than roads in some places I've been to, is not good on both of those scores, both on safety and on efficiency. So through Infrastructure South Africa, we are working with those departments to see how we can better implement those discussions and those projects. But I think that we need to go back to a discussion in South Africa around the user pay principle, and because the fiscal envelope is as wide as it is, there's no more new money that's coming in, so we're going to have to find additional funding for these. And so we have to have a discussion, I think, in the country around the advantage or disadvantage of the user pay principle if we want to maintain our roads but also build new ones as well.
Minister, thank you so much for speaking to us. There was a minister speaking to us about this bridge that is behind me that is expected to be open. Let's just bring in quickly the district mayor of Nkangala municipality. Just talk to us, the 4 bridges that are going to be opened today here in Nkangala region. Obviously, this is a rural community, but this is going to help a lot of people. Just talk to us about how is it going to help the communities of Nkangala.
Thank you so much. We are very much excited as Nkangala district municipality, representing our 1.5 million population, but in particular representing 434,000 people of Tembizilani, where we're standing here. Now, this signifies the commitment by government to invest in rural communities. You'll appreciate the fact that rural communities, there was inadequate investment that was made to rural communities. And these communities, in the main, they are affected by natural disasters such as soil erosion, such as flood, such as dongas and so forth. Now, this bridge and other 3 bridges that the president is going to be opening today, they're going to contribute immensely towards improving the quality of life of our people. The learners will be able to access schools. The learners will be able to access school. Our parents will be able to access clinics. The ambulances will be able to access the homes around here. The business communities also will be able to access the mall. The business communities will also be able to ensure that their businesses grow because there is now accessibility and connectivity. So we are very much excited. But also, this bridge signifies the importance of district development model. We have seen different stakeholders participating in the construction of this bridge. You're talking here about South African National Defence Force. You're talking here about the infrastructure development agency. You're talking of Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport in the province and the municipality. So this is a good partnership and a good partnership with the community. And this bridge was constructed in the main by main contractors coming from these communities, the laborers, the skills development, and so forth.
That also, just before I let you go, let's just talk quickly about communities. We were talking to communities earlier on. They were saying that they've got challenges of water, especially in this area. How are we going to address this issue? Because we know that a lot of people are also challenged by the water challenges. They are saying that they don't have water in their area, and also they would like also to have lights in their streets because they're saying that it's quite dangerous at night.
It is true. This bridge also contributes towards the achievement of our past 30 years of democracy. There is a lot that we have done in the past. Currently, we have the national government has invested 1.6 billion rand for low scope bulk water supply. We are connecting a bulk infrastructure from low scope dam to Tembizilani. The project is aimed to be completed by end of November 2025, and the people of Tembizile will have access to water once that project is completed. But also the municipality is supplying water through water tankers. The municipality is also drilling boreholes to ensure that the community have got access to water. But also in terms of lighting, that is a function and powers of our local municipality, and the municipality is continuing to ensure that public lighting is taking place in the communities.
Thank you so much. That is Thomas Ngwenya. He is the district mayor of Nkangala municipality, talking to us about this bridge that is being constructed behind me. And also this bridge, and I can tell you that it's also created a number of jobs, especially for EPWN people around this community. So a lot of people also, they have benefited from this bridge.
All right, Tumelo Machogo, for now, thanks very much indeed. We'll certainly touch base with you once again once the president arrives there. Tumelo reporting live from KwaMhlanga in Mpumalanga.